This is the old man. This is off the Insta 360, which anybody that raced last weekend, and after an update on that software, I couldn't edit. It didn't edit correctly. And then the next time I went to use it, like 2 weeks later, another update. It looked like bugs fixes, about the same size file on the update. And so I don't know. We'll see with the 360 in the future. I had to get a new reader for my Canon, so Canon, that's what we're using, is Canon. All that video footage is lost because the Insta 360 just did some weird stuff, so I lost. Even went outside in the snow and ran the next Friday, a week after that, and all I got was light screen. I don't know what's up with that camera. So, but this is what it did. This weird kind of whiteout looking first December. So what we're doing is we're going to tear it apart real fast. Took about 3 hours. And look at how much dirt. So I used I call it an RC power washer. It's a garden sprayer. Don't force pressure into your bearings, into the motor compartment, etc. So I pre-washed it, air compressor, wear safety glasses, lots of pockets to spray it back in your face. And just be real nice spraying that out, spraying the external dirt. So as I take it apart, I'm trying to show you the dirt. There's some. We're going to go all the way to the motor. I'm going to take the motor apart, take the flywheel apart. Again, after the pre-wash, and the scoop tire is still on that, which really, with the snow and dirt outside, which it was 20 degrees out that day, but it thawed the ground, anywhere the ground was exposed. And again, I lost the footage. Oh well, put it all on one camera and you might not get it. I can't redo it. It's real quick, like stripping it down. Again, it took about 3 hours, but I don't think too bad. As I pulled it apart, they're sealed up pretty good. You want to watch these bushings in the swing arm. There's see one popped out. Pay attention to that. You have to buy that whole shaft in order to get them bushings. I think they come apart pretty quick, actually. Yeah, pinion. It takes a little while because I pulled both of those motors apart, the flywheel and the drive motor. Watch for Loctite. Things don't want to go, heat them up. I mean, this has been a part. I have not cleaned the flywheel on this. I cleaned the motor once, and this is probably between 50 and 60 batteries on this. I mean, it wasn't just that I had packed it full of snow, running it out in the snow, which it did fine. It did definitely better with the paddle versus that stock tire, but it did go through it probably 4 inches deep, some of the spots, and then again right down to wet, deep, loose dirt, because it had a little bit of ice in it and it thawed out. That's kind of a pretty soft dirt. Look at that dirt on that. Just pay attention where you put the screws. The order, you can always look them up. Yep, everything washed. I use WD-40. Either spray or can. I got both. I got a jug of it. I got spray. Clean the bearings out real good. If you get one that's sloppy, like here, I'm checking the slop. Make sure there's no movement. Make sure they rotate nice and clean. Motor coming apart. Like pulling teeth. A little bit of dirt there. You can see it on the left edge of that. Not any really in it, just a tiny bit on the output bearing. On that plate, orange plate. It spins nice and free. Again, WD, clean it out really good. Let it set a day. You don't want any oily residue, especially in the motors. Make sure you're drying that out real good, but WD is real good at it'll shine things back up, get rid of any kind of oxidation on the screws. A couple of the screws had a little bit of rust looking on them. Again, toothbrush, WD, little air pressure. We're going to tear that. Be careful of the wires. I didn't even unhook them, just be careful with them. Don't pull on them, break them. Pay attention to where the hardware orientation on that. It's only going to go back in there one way. Pull that shaft out of there. The flywheel had kind of a weird color. I wouldn't say dirt in that, but again, I just use WD, real nice with a toothbrush. Sprayed it back out, make sure my bearings are all nice and clean feeling, and then dry it out. No wiggling any of the bearings when you put it all back together. Get all these plate screws back in there. And it was this bike was really dirty, and that's, and probably 50 plus batteries run through it. I don't think the dirt was in the vital areas. You get it in behind those plates a little bit, but just don't take your air pressure and force it through the cracks, etc. Pay attention to bushings. It's a big deal. Don't just walk to your cleaning area. I didn't clean the stuff in here. I take it out to a pan. Because if you drop one, you got to buy that whole shaft. And then this had a screw missing on the left front. It's another reason to take them apart. Up on the crash plate, upper screw. Well, it's gone. So it's good to look them over. I just wonder, didn't maybe break it. That's how you end up breaking that crash plate. Get the screw looser, come out. So we're setting the, looks like mesh on the gear now. Putting all the trim pieces back on. Yeah, mark where your screws came out of. You can always look them up in the book. Pin that goes through the crash plate there. I think they're pretty easy to work on, actually. And servo looked pretty clean. I mean, the next thing would be to go to the servo, but just doing the electronics. A few more minutes to have updated the oil on the rear shock, but I just did that for the bike. So in the throughout the 50 batteries, I have pulled the suspension apart and checked the oil front and rear, but I had just done that on this before I took it out in the snow, which was quite fun. I wish I had the video, but I lost it. And I'm very sorry to everybody that was here racing. There was great battles going on. Had a great turnout, probably the best race day, and they were looking forward to seeing some of them battles. It's gone, and sorry. That was a screw missing. Wonder I didn't break it. Now when I'm all done here, I'm going to rev it up so you can hear it. No, I gave it several hours to set. Make sure that all that WD is dried out on any of the wiring. Keep tapping the throttle.